Hi, and welcome to the program 1, Becoming Anxiety and Panic Disorder Free in 60 days or less. This practice is 9 weeks. Dear program user, thank you for looking at the opportunities to help yourself. I'm trying my best to help you with that. In this program, you will find a lot of text on some of the slides, and you will hear me reading it. I read slides because all people, you, and people with visual or hearing impairment can use this program as much as possible as well. Please do not hurry. Take the time weekly, at least 1 hour, to complete a slideshow. Don't skip the slides, but make the pauses when you need more time to think or feel. Because the program has been created according to a specific system to heal you in the best way. Allow yourself be present and practice where it's needed. Practice every day before moving on to slides next week. You might meet the processes that are going to take place within you, like crying, deep emotions, or even pain. This program is an online counseling program where you will meet different processes. It is your opening, cleaning and clearing program, and it is meant to heal you in max possible ways. The full program is based on personal experience and study, my own real personal experience. I have used this program for the past 3 years in my work with clients. The people advised by this method have recovered from the crisis, anxiety and panic disorder, changed their worldviews, life around them, or attitudes towards it. And now they enjoy their true self and life. I am from Estonia. My native language is Estonian. Please forgive me if you find mistakes in grammar and expression. My name is Evelin Vahter. Thank you for understanding, and I wish you a healing journey. Make sure you're sleeping before the therapy session. First of all, you have to get some sleep and rest before you start with any therapy or work task. Ask from your GP or nearest pharmacy to get some sleeping support if you have difficulties to get yourself to sleep. You may be wondering why. But if you haven't slept, you might not think and understand or able to follow me. Your concentration is low and your body is on imbalance. During anxiety and panic disorder period, you sleep very rarely. You wake up after every 1 or 2 hours, and you're staying awake about 2-3 hours at night to get sleep mode again. These 2-3 hours, you are fighting with anxiety and panic disorder, and you are losing a lot of energy. And your brain and body chemistry gets messier. Therefore, sleeping before the therapy session is very necessary. So let's move closer to the counseling 1 and let's start to practice. Today you are struggling with anxiety and panic disorder and even with panic attacks. But when did you feel anxiety first time in your life? Just take your time and think about it. When you felt anxiety first time in your life, where you were and how old you were. There is always stimulus, impulse or trigger what causing the thought. Like you are exhausted, you're feeling pain, you feel unpleasant event, thinking about unpleasant event, thinking about some kind of bad situation from your past, or thinking about the fear and worry. And while you're starting to think about the stimulus, impulse or trigger, you're starting to overthink. And this creates automatic thought, interpretation. I'm so anxious. New panic attack on its way. It starts all over again. And this automatic thought or interpretation drags you into the anxiety by the trigger and by the automatic thought. In the stage of anxiety, you are faced with symptoms and catastrophic misinterpretation. Symptoms like difficulty in breathing, dizziness, imbalance, drowsiness, weakness, insomnia, heartbeat, muscle tone, breathing, sweating, cold feet, and so on, pain, headache, migraine. And this all leads you to the catastrophic misinterpretation. I will faint. I'm sick. I'm going crazy. I think I will die. And what you are doing, if you have been dragged into the anxiety in the middle of symptoms and catastrophic misinterpretation, you're trying to avoid the catastrophic situation by escaping from it or searching substitute activities to avoid the panic situation. So you're trying to calm your thoughts, going to the shower, drinking water, listening soothing music, listening relaxing or meditating music, or calling to a friend, or trying to find answers from the internet. So you are dragged into the anxiety and you're running inside the box, which is anxiety, symptoms, catastrophic misinterpretation, and safety-seeking behaviors. So how the anxiety disorder waves moves through our body. If there is a stimulus, trigger, or thought about the fear, worry, and you're starting to think about it, suddenly you feel the wave is running through your body. Oh my God, what is going on? I'm so anxious. I cannot control it. And if we start to think about the anxiety and the anxiety wave, what is coming through our body, the more we start to fear and worry about it, and we feel that we cannot control it. And this is something what is really, really scary. And then you feel that the panic attack is on its way. And you feel I'm freaking out. I'm getting crazy, I will die. This is something so scary. What is going on with me? Am I going to die? Am I getting crazy? What's happening? The stimulus or trigger creates thoughts, and thoughts leads to the fear. We start to feel worried. We feel similar symptoms again, and it creates more thoughts. And fear creates anxiety. Anxiety creates more anxiety, and we start to escape from the fear and anxiety by using substitute activities. It might decrease anxiety for this time, but never removes entirely. And again, next day, or next week, or after next hour, again, the new anxiety creates anxiety, and anxiety creates panic. Panic creates panic. Panic because of increased anxiety and panic. It is dead-end circle. Thoughts creates emotions. You start to act, and there is always outcome anxiety and panic disorder or panic attack. New thoughts creates new emotions, new feelings, new thoughts, and you're starting to act. And again, you feel new anxiety and panic attack on its way. During anxiety and panic disorder period, your body is constantly in a heightened state to fight or flight. Years of suffering like this, causing a mess in the body chemicals and brain hormone level. It can decrease organ functions and cause a physical pain in the body. In Counseling 5, I talk about all the points how to relieve physical pain or how to boost organ functions or how to boost body to produce good hormones and good chemicals. But here I share with you the most common headache point, how to relieve headache. SP20 is the most common headache point. It relieves unilateral and general headache and neuropathic pain of the neck. Massage the point if you have dizziness, tinnitus, problem with eyes, ears and nose, nasal cavity, neck, shoulder, lower back and muscle aches, elevated blood pressure, nourishes also bone marrow. If you feel depression, by massaging the points improves memory, concentration ability, clarity of thoughts. Press with 2 hands to the point SP20. Use thumb or middle fingers. Press and hold and massage the point within 3 minutes. Repeat the massage daily. You will find the points SP20 on the line of your hair. If you pull a little bit your head back, you find with the fingers like a little holes inside and on the line of your hair. But I'm sure you're asking, is there any way out? Is there any way out of the anxiety and panic disorder? And you are maybe suffering not only a couple of months, you may be suffering years with anxiety and panic disorder. And every time if you feel a dramatic thought or after stimulus and trigger, or fear and worry from the past, you feel new anxiety every time. And every time you feel similar symptoms in your body or pain in your body, you might feel weird and you feel anxiety again. And if you drive to the shop, you might be feeling like you're fainting or you're feeling difficulty in breathing in public places. This all leads you to the anxiety and panic disorder. Sometimes even you might not even know it. And you're asking, is there a way out? And I'm saying yes, there is a way out. And this is based on my personal experience and study and scientific connections with all you can read about and hear about a 9-week program. I also talk about my own story briefly. And here I share with you that in 2016 January, I was still working and representing a world biggest chemical company, traveling around Europe and selling products around my own country, doing hard job and working hard. 14th of March 2016, but I had collapse. I had a shock and I fall into the darkness for 3 weeks. After coming back from the darkness, I reached severe anxiety and panic disorder. I didn't eat anything during 2 months, where I was in bed most of the time. My period stopped and I felt unreal feelings. I felt that I'm going crazy. I felt that I'm going to die. And I didn't know what's happening with me and how long it will last. And is there a way back to normal life again? I had no idea. And I started to work with myself as I have been studying different therapies and psychology since 2006. I started to practice on my own after 2 months in bed, when I come to my mind that the only person who can help me is myself. And at the end of May, beginning of June, when I have lost 8 kilos from my body, I started to come back slightly to the reality, and I felt euphoria. This all I'm going to share with you during 9-week counseling program. And I tell you about scientific connections. I tell you about body chemicals, brain chemicals, cooperation, and what's happening with the brain and the body during anxiety and panic disorder. So I will tell you everything I know and I have been studying. I share everything. And I have been now working 3 years with GPs. And I have done more than 800 hours of therapy sessions with clients and GP patients who has been suffering anxiety and panic disorder, or people who has claimed that they have chest pain, or they have tinnitus, or they have imbalance feeling, or they have insomnia, or if they go to the public places they feel that like fainting, or they just start to vomiting no reason, or they when they walk in the shop or in the public places they feel that the ground is shaking or the ground is soft. So all the symptoms leads to the anxiety and panic disorder. And I have been working 3 years now with the clients and together with GPs. And this is the health center and GPs with who I'm working with now 3 years. And here is some of client feedback I share with you today. They have sent this feedback to my email, and I have copied this also to my homepage, experiencecounseling.com, where you can also read about my experiences and where you also can read about the program. And here is one feedback. I'm so happy and at the same time surprised. Something has changed. Feeling, behavior, attitude in him. I feel better myself, and at the same time I try to improve myself or keep peace. Good feeling. I feel it is not showing, but he really wants to go on. I just had to tell you. And this is the couple I have been working with. And here is another feedback. Good, still talking. I know it, but it's still good to remind yourself of things. I have new thoughts again. Sometimes we think we know, but if we don't practice or if we don't talk and share our thoughts, then we might not develop and we might not find some ideas how to move on. And here is another very nice feedback. Evelyn, I thank you for being there and helping me so far. I thank you, people around me, and smile. I trust the life, and every morning when I wake up, I thank you in my mind. Good day to you, and thank you for coming to our lives. I remember the client, she came to me with suicidal thoughts. And here is 3 more feedback. I'm thinking very often of you, and when I start thinking again, what else is still needed to do and where else needed to reach, and it's still often too often, then I have to breathe deeply and remember, wait, I just had to run calmly. Yes, I'm running calmly. And another feedback. I cannot thank you enough for supporting me so much and helping me survive the hardest period of my life. Aside from being a therapist, you've also been a real friend to me. Have a nice Valentine's Day, dear Evelyn. And another, I'm doing well. My soul is calmer and easy to be. Thank you. We all have seen and felt one or other severe or less severe situation and unfair behavior in our lives. You are not alone. and I'm here for you. See you in the program 1. Take care of yourself. Bye.